Hello and welcome back to the Book Rat. As I mentioned on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day that was, today is going to be my 2015 goals, manifesto, mission statement. I think we're going to go with that one. I like that. I've said in the past I don't really do resolutions necessarily because I think as soon as you tell yourself you're not going to do something or you're only going to do something, you start to feel locked in and want to do the exact opposite. So I don't do absolutes. Just not that kind of person, but I do like to have goals and reevaluate and have an idea of where I'm going and how I want to change things up. And I've been thinking about that a lot actually, and want to overhaul some things. So here is a look at my plans for 2015 as they stand now and some of the things that I've been considering. I want 2015 to be the year of quality over quantity, or at least starting that tradition, laying the groundwork for that and making that the emphasis. I think you're told a lot that you need to have something daily and be churning out new content all the time and always fresh, always new, always something to keep people coming back. And I think not only do you get burnt out really quick on that, quality has to suffer when that's the case because you just can't devote that much time if you're having to do something daily, and you get repetitive and it just kind of gets boring to you and you start to lose the reason that you want to do it anyway. And this is a hobby above all. This isn't a job. This isn't something I'm getting paid for. This is just happy place, and I don't want to take the happy away from the happy place. My goal as it stands, and this is subject to change, everything I'm going to talk about is going to be subject to change because this is the year of a reevaluation, and if something's not working, changing it. But the plan is to do 5 posts a week on the blog, which sounds like a lot, but part of those are going to be vlog posts. So I'm intending to have new videos up on the vlog on Sundays and Wednesdays, and then those 2 videos will be part of the 5 posts that are going on the blog. So they'll post Sunday and Wednesday on the BookRat YouTube channel, and then the following day, so Monday and Thursday, on the blog, and then that leaves Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday to fill, and I'm going to take the weekend kind of off from the blog. Friday is an easy one because it will be alternating between Friday Face Off, which is something I've always done, and a new feature called Friday 5, which is going to be kind of my take, I guess, on the Top 10 Tuesday theme, because I normally struggle to get to 10 and get a little bored with that, and I don't always want to do the topics that they're doing. So instead I'm going to do my little Friday 5 and just kind of pick something and take a look at it a little more in depth and discuss it, and those are going to alternate. So one week will be a face-off, one week will be a Friday 5. Wednesday will be either a Wednesday YA post or some other kind of fun post, whatever, and Tuesday will be my free day, so whatever else I need to do, reviews, discussions, whatever I'm looking to talk about. Any of this can be kind of preempted by blog tour or one of my events. Obviously things will change up around those, but for now that's the plan, and I think it's kind of a manageable one. And it's a routine I've been wanting to kind of implement for a while because I always have notes and lists that I've made. I mean, lists and lists of ideas of things that I want to do on the blog or features that I want to implement, stuff I want to tackle, and it's hard to find the time or figure out how to squeeze it in. And this way, if I've got a clear plan, I know what's coming, I can start planning ahead. And though I don't think I'll ever be one of those people that has their blog done months in advance and it's just ready to keep going on its own, having some kind of framework is just going to really help me keep focused and help me keep on track. And I think also it will be helpful to you guys because you'll know what's coming. So if you're looking forward to a certain thing, then you know this is when I can show up and that will be what's going on that day. So that is the plan for now. I'm trying to build more of a routine this year and more organization. I think that it saves me a lot of headache. I've always avoided it because I didn't want it to feel too regimented because then it starts to feel like it's a job, but I've been realizing the last few years that having that out there and having that sort of accountability and letting you guys know is actually a little bit of a relief, and it does save me time in the end. There's not a gap in between each thing of where I'm thinking, okay, well, what am I going to do now? What am I going to read now? Or whatever. Though I can see why it wouldn't be to everyone's taste and why it could feel like a job. And though I know I am kind of treating it like a job, it actually is a load off. So that is the plan. Some regularity, some organization, and some accountability. Those are some big buzzwords for 2015 for me. The other big goal is to bring more of me in, so not just the creative side with my lists of things that I've wanted to do that take more time and I haven't been able to do. I've talked in the past about being kind of reticent and not letting people in, and one of the things I loved about vlogging is you guys get more of an idea of me and my personality, and I want to show that even more. So I'm going to try to take on some vlogging. I don't think it will be too regular in the beginning just because it's going to take a while to get the hang of it down and build a routine, and it probably start out every other week or so, maybe even less, just kind of getting used to it, and hopefully building up to weekly vlogs. And part of the reason is to let you guys in, and I mean, I don't do, you know, tons of exciting stuff, so maybe they won't be the most exciting vlogs and you guys won't care, but it will also be a nice thing for me to be able to look back on and say, this was my year, these were things that I did, this was how I was feeling at that time. And I think it can just be really helpful and really interesting. A few years ago I did a picture a day challenge where I had to take a photograph of something every day, and doing so kind of made me be more aware of my surroundings because I was constantly scouting for what was going to be my moment of that day. And obviously it built my skills, but it made me more self-aware, and it made me more sort of environmentally aware, and it was just kind of a good thing to happen and thing to look back on and see, this was my life, this was what was going on at that time. So I think vlogging could do the same thing. It might be a lot to take on and I might regret it, but I think it could be potentially really interesting, and I think that it could help build what is my favorite thing about the whole blogging and vlogging thing and why I started it to begin with, which is community, which is interacting with you guys and getting to know you and having conversations and building relationships. That is why I've continued to do this going on 6 years, and that is what I love about it. And I know sometimes I get lazy and I forget to reply to comments or whatever, but know that I read all of them. Always. I love the community and I love the connections and I love the interactions with you guys. So that is kind of my, I think we're on the third goal of the year, which is to really dive back into the community. I've kind of let it slide a little bit. I need to get back into commenting and interacting with you guys on your own blogs and vlogs, because even when I watch them or read them, I don't always comment. And I should, because to put yourself into something and all this time and effort and you put it out there, and then you get no comments, is just really kind of a little crushing. You've put so much of yourself and then it's just into the void, when actually there are a lot of people like me out there that are seeing it, are reading it and taking it in, and just are too lazy to let you know and that we appreciate it and that we're there and we get you. So I don't want to be that person. I want to communicate with you guys and let you know. Whether I agree or disagree or just want to say hi, I want to try to be a little more involved with you guys and keep building the amazing community that we're all a part of. And the fourth and final main goal of the year is just happiness. Being unafraid to reevaluate and change what isn't working or go after what I want to achieve. I have made some strides towards that recently, and I think a lot of you guys know that, but it's never ending, and I don't want to rest on my laurels. I want to keep going and keep pushing and not put pressure on myself and not be afraid to change it up or show you me or follow a completely different path if that's what needs to happen. I think I may cut down pretty drastically on review copies in the future. I always think that, and I've said it before, but it's really hard to do because when amazing books that you want to read are offered to you, it's hard as a reader to say, no thank you. We all know that. But I have so many books behind me that I look at and I'm like, why am I not reading you? I really wanted to know what you're all about, but I can't because I've got this like backlog of books that have been sent me that I feel like I have to read and talk about. And I don't want reading to feel like work, and I don't want to miss out on things that I might love because I'm making room for other things that I just couldn't say no to. So I think the quality versus quantity thing is going to have to apply not just to what I put out, but what I take in. You're gonna have to send me your willpower on that one because that's gonna be hard to do. That's the plan, is just to make more me time, take the pressure off, and cheesy as it is, follow my bliss, do what's gonna make me happy. And I think that that shows. I think that radiates out when you're doing something that makes you happy. It makes other people happy to watch it. So that's what I've always told people whenever they've asked me for advice on vlogging. I've always said, don't imitate someone else, do what makes you happy, because what makes you happy will attract people to you. And I need to take my own advice on that and just do what makes me happy. So those are my goals: productivity and accountability along with it, personality and my creativity, and just showing you me, which leads into the third one, which is community, and not only showing you me, but getting to know you and communicating with you, and happiness, which I think will come from these three. So those are my goals for the year. That is my mission statement for 2015. Let me know in the comments what you're planning on, if you do resolutions or goals, or if you just like to stop and reevaluate things every now and then. I definitely want to talk to you and build that community in the comments, so stop by, chat with me, let me know what you're thinking and feeling for 2015. And I will be back on Wednesday with another vlog of some December highlights, because I vlogged throughout December, but of course because it was December and holidays and moving madness, I didn't have time to edit it. So even though it's kind of late to be looking at December, I'm going to pull out some of the highlights and work them up into the first little vlog of the year for you. So I will see you guys on the vlog on Wednesday. Otherwise, stop by the blog. As I said, Monday through Friday there will be something, hopefully. And that is all for now. As always, thanks for watching and happy reading!